The Patriots are back from bye week, and we take on the Arizona Cardinals in Week 15 this Sunday. I will be live. Just look for this thumbnail right there on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. We're going to get back into the swing of things and see if Drake Maye can lead the Patriots to at least one more win this season. But if you guys will be joining me on that watch party, well, let's go on ahead and try to get 25 new subscribers on this show, because I will give a couple lucky subscribers a shout out on our watch party on Sunday, but I need 25 new subscribers to do that. So go on ahead, help us reach 19,000 on this channel and sub. I don't think enough people are talking about the performance of rookie quarterback Drake Maye this season, so that's what I'm going to do on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Allie Barefoot, and I have been blown away since Week 6, since Drake Maye took over as the Patriots starting quarterback and has now set up a nice standard for himself to be the franchise quarterback moving forward. But the reason why I say nobody's talking about it is because ESPN recently let out a list of their top 10 rookies so far from this year, and Drake Maye isn't even close to the top 10. He's not even in the honorable mentions at the end of the article. And this is no snub to any rookie out there right now. These are all phenomenal guys that have obviously tried to help their team win. Brock Bowers, I know he helped me a lot in fantasy. Jayden Daniels is making my dad, the Commanders fan, very happy. Jared Verse, I think he's the perfect fit right next to Kobe Turner. And after the Aaron Donald era, Bo Nix, Quinyon Mitchell, Malik Nabers, Zach Frazier, Joe Alt, Marvin Harrison Jr., who I think has been a really big step up here for Kyler Murray to have some help in that passing game, and then Brian Thomas Jr. with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who also have a really bad record in the NFL. And that's why I want to bring up the Jaguars record, is because I'm thinking maybe people aren't talking about Drake Maye because the Pats suck. And that's unfortunate in a rebuild that you're not going to really hone in on Drake Maye every single Sunday because the Patriots aren't winning. Why do we watch the Kansas City Chiefs every Sunday? Patrick Mahomes is one of the greatest quarterbacks active in the NFL, and the Chiefs keep winning. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But if you're going to put somebody like Brian Thomas Jr. on that top 10 rookies list and the Jags don't have as good of a record as the Patriots do, then you start to have some questions, because Maye is the most entertaining rookie quarterback, in my opinion. He may be a top 10 rookie this season. Because when you look at the stats that he has right now and how they compare to the rest of the league and how the quarterbacks compare, right now his completion percentage is 13th highest in NFL quarterbacks at 67.2%. His passing yards, he ranks 30th in quarterbacks, but you're still thinking there are some quarterbacks that are second strings that also have a lot of passing yards this season as well. His rush yards, 8th in quarterbacks, 345. His touchdown passes, 27th with 11. And he has 8 interceptions, which is 13th among quarterbacks. So it's really not too bad when you think of 13 other quarterbacks ahead of him that have thrown picks so far this season. But I do also want to touch on a little more advanced stats here from Drake Maye, because the reason why I have really enjoyed watching him play is because of how mobile he is. I think Alex Van Pelt does not have enough quarterback design runs for Drake Maye, and he needs to, because of what he ranks in the NFL. He's first in scramble runs with 33, which makes a lot of sense because our offensive line is pretty ass. His rushing yards, 335. Rushing yards over expected is plus 129. I'll talk about PrizePicks a little bit later and how that can help you. His rushing EPA, plus 28. Missed tackles forced is 12. So not only is he constantly moving, but he's making it extremely hard for defenders to take him down. The guy is a certified dog. And if you love Drake Maye, and I know that not a lot of people out there have watched a lot of Drake Maye highlights because the Patriots aren't as fun to watch as other teams, we know this about Maye. So I want you guys to go on ahead and give the rookie some love, the love that he has not been getting from other media analysts. Go on ahead and spam number 10 in the comment section down below. You guys are going to get hit with the YouTube ad break. So go on ahead, comment it down below, and we'll be right back. In case you guys did not know, what Drake Maye has done right now has actually been an historic performance. He is the first rookie in NFL history to throw 10 consecutive passing touchdowns to 10 different receivers. You want to know what makes this stat even more fun? He hit it a month ago. He made this happen over a month ago, and he has only been the starter since week 6. The guy is just continuing to prove why the Patriots, in my opinion, won the first round in the NFL draft. I know Jayden Daniels has been great. I know Caleb Williams has been great. But you are setting up the Patriots for success in years to come. And you got to think about this. He's doing it all with a bad team. The Patriots are bad. That's okay. We knew their rebuild was not going to be pretty. But Drake Maye is still proving to be a top 20 NFL quarterback in terms of statistics, while he does not have a top wide receiver, while he has an abysmal offensive line that is protecting him game in and game out. And I saw this tweet yesterday with quarterbacks excel at creating plays outside of structure. So that pretty much means that playbook, throw it out the window. That means his top receiver, which was supposed to be his intended receiver, he's covered. He's got a thing. Maybe the run game has been working. Drake Maye, he's going to scramble. Look where Drake Maye is. He's in the top right corner. Do you see who he's surrounded by? That is two-time MVP Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, who is right now Vegas' favorite to win the next MVP award. That's where Drake Maye has sat, and he has started a lot less games than Allen and Jackson have this year. There is one person that has noticed Drake Maye's stats this season. That's Dan Orlovsky. He said, projecting who I think will be the best moving forward, I think Drake Maye has a chance to be the most jaw-dropping. Kind of the stuff we saw from Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford. A little bit of that is going to be dependent on what they do around him. His mechanics have gotten so much cleaner, just making different types of throws, sometimes driving it, sometimes floating it, sometimes pinning it on the guy's back shoulder. He didn't do that a ton at Carolina, and I think he has a chance to be an unbelievable star. So this season obviously has not played out the way that we wanted to for Drake Maye, but it did play out the way that we thought it was going to with what the Patriots were handed. And when you're going to have a pretty bottom-of-the-barrel offensive line protecting a pretty mobile quarterback, it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. Drake Maye is doing all of this while he has less than 3 seconds to throw the football, and he doesn't even have a top receiver like a Justin Jefferson, like an Amon-Ra St. Brown, where he can just go, screw it, he's down there somewhere. It has to be pretty strategic for Drake Maye to make this play happen. So the moral of the story is, if Drake Maye is putting up these types of numbers and he's not getting the recognition that he deserves, then help him. Get him something to help his stats absolutely thrive, because in terms of the offensive line and then your lack of wide receivers, it's not setting up for success for Drake Maye moving forward. But I will settle for it this season. So coming up, I'm going to talk about one free agent wide receiver target the Patriots need to acquire, and then I'm going to go for Drake Maye's blind side, and I'm going to talk about one left tackle free agent that Drake Maye needs to have. Before I do that, let me go on ahead and tell you guys about PrizePicks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app in America. I play PrizePicks every single game day, and you guys should too. Why? Number one, it's just super easy. It's actually the easiest part of my day. All you guys have to do is just pick more or less on a player's projected stats, and you can win up to 200 times your cash. Make your holidays bigger and brighter with PrizePicks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. PrizePicks is the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including Cali, Texas, Georgia, and Florida. And right now, they're giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive that $50 bonus. It is guaranteed, and we know just because the holidays are around, there's also another time of the year that I absolutely love, and that's crossover season. Right now, you have hockey, basketball, and football all going on at once. So I did a nice little mix and match in my PrizePicks. Of course, the Boston Celtics will play tonight. I have Derek White having more. I have Cade Cunningham having more, but that's a goblin. It's a pretty easy pick, but it just doesn't pay as more. You find the demon version of him, the red guy, that's a harder pick, but it does pay a lot more. And then, like you said, a free square 2 times throughout the month of December. This one is Patrick Mahomes to have more on Christmas on his passing yards. So if you guys want to go on ahead and get started, that's the easiest part. Just download the PrizePicks app. Use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the PrizePicks app. Use promo code CLNS. This will give you guys $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game this holiday season. My top wide receiver free agent target is going to be T. Higgins. And it's not just my top target. It seems like it's the Patriots as well. We know T. Higgins, he's not satisfied in Cincinnati, and their record right now proves that he doesn't need to stay there because Jamar Chase is clearly the wide receiver one. But Higgins also made quite of a fuss in the offseason that he didn't want to stay in Cincinnati. So hopefully in free agency, he'll be more open to possibly going with a younger quarterback like Drake Maye. And here is what Chad Graff of The Athletic had to say on Higgins possibly ending up in New England. The Patriots are going to be all in on T. Higgins. They've shown an interest in established receivers, and Higgins is the best free agent out there. I expect them to offer him the moon. The question is whether he says yes or no. And when you've got a guy like T. Higgins, there is a very strong possibility he does say no. Calvin Ridley said no. You had DeAndre Hopkins, Brandon Ayuk all said no to come play for New England. And it's not going to look, extremely sexy to a lot of free agents next season either, with the big question mark surrounding Jerod Mayo. But Higgins, he may want to get paid, which we have enough cap space to do that, and he may like what Drake Maye has done this year. And automatically, you see the stats, what he's put up the last 4 seasons, he would automatically become your top wide receiver. There's no questions about it. Demario Douglas, he would move to wide receiver 2. Kendrick Bourne, in my opinion, should be wide receiver 3. And then we're going to have to wait and see what they do or how those rookies do with Polk and Baker and then Kayshon Boutte. Of course, no more KJ Osborne, no Tyquan Thornton, but they could always boost through this wide receiver room a little bit more with some lesser-name free agents or possibly some top draft picks as well. So my question here for you guys, before I bring up that left tackle, if you want T. Higgins on the Patriots, go on ahead and spam 85 in the comment section down below. You never know what Higgins does. If you find us on YouTube, I want him to know that Patriots Nation is behind him. And the left tackle that I wanted him all the way since last offseason, is going to be Cam Robinson. Cam Robinson currently playing for the Minnesota Vikings, although he was with Jacksonville right before that. But since Christian Darrisaw ended up getting hurt, they went and obtained Cam Robinson, and he has done just as well for Minnesota as he did for Jacksonville. And he's now gotten to work with 2 pretty different quarterbacks, in my opinion, of Trevor Lawrence and Sam Darnold. So I do think he'd be able to adjust to a guy like Drake Maye in the pocket as well. And this is a big guy that would be protecting your blind side. Cam Robinson is a type of guy that he's going to be able not only just to stuff the run, but his pass blocking is what really makes me so attracted to him for this offensive line. With Drake Maye, you know that you drafted him for the cannon of an arm that he has, but we also know that Drake Maye can be a little bit mobile. So the most time you can give Drake Maye is the key to your left tackle position. And right now, with Verdarian Lowe being probably the worst penalized left tackle, ever, on the Patriots, I would like to see somebody that doesn't draw as many penalties, doesn't allow as much sacks, and will give Drake Maye the confidence that he needs to stay as long as he needs in that pocket, knowing that somebody is going to have his blind side protected. As you guys can see, PFF right there giving a 76.1 pass blocking grade. I don't think we have anybody in the 70s right now in pass blocking on our offensive line. This would immediately bolster, and you have the money to pay him. And the reason why I don't think Cam Robinson will be with Minnesota next year is because Christian Darrisaw is going to come back, and he is obviously one of the best offensive linemen in the NFL. Of course, he's going to have to recover back from the injury that he sustained this year, but they're not going to pay both Cam Robinson and Darrisaw, so this is going to open him up to the free agency market, and hopefully he can end up in a relatively colder area in New England. And also with somebody like Cam Robinson, I wanted him in last year's free agency. I thought the Jacksonville Jaguars were going to crap the bed, and that's exactly what they did. So I thought Robinson was going to want to come and play for New England, but unfortunately he wanted to go play for a team that's right now contending for the postseason. So hopefully he will be available once more in free agency. And Elliot Wolf, if you don't make a phone call for him, I will. My last question for you guys here, should we sign Cam Robinson in free agency? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I don't know why anybody would say no, but if you don't like this, go on ahead and let me know in the comment section down below. As always, help us reach 19,000 subscribers here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. If you guys haven't already subscribed, go on ahead and do so right now.